Hello there, I'm Nakia Basharuddin. Thanks for joining me this Monday on Bizworld. The Malaysia's oil and gas industry will continue to be a focus area for the government this year amid crude oil price volatility. Deputy Minister of International Trade and Industry, Ong Kian Ming, said while tackling the weakening crude oil prices, Malaysia is also giving attention to downstream products.
So we do expect to see a lot of activity coming on stream as a result of the Pengerang Rapid Project, and also that's being driven by Petronas, but also some of the related activities in the Pengerang area, such as the Dialogue Group's deep water terminal, investment applications to Pengerang by other companies, and these are big investments, and in due time, in good time, when these investments are ready to be announced, we will announce them. And
he was speaking after the meeting networking session to celebrate Chinese New Year with agencies and embassies today. Kian Ming added that there are other big investment applications by other companies in Pengerang that will be announced soon. Despite the challenges faced by the industry, no companies were shutting down, but some had opted to scale down operations. MITI is ready to discuss with industry players on how to improve the downstream oil and gas industry and propel the Malaysian economy. The country's Industrial Production Index, IPI, rose 3.1% for 2018 as compared to 2017. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, DOSM, the increase was supported by the growth in the manufacturing sector, which went up 4.8%, and electricity sector rose at 3.7%. However, the mining sector declined by 1.9%. In December last year, IPI increased 3.4% compared with the same month of 2017. It was driven by an increase in the manufacturing index, which grew 4.4%, electricity index rose 2.7%, and mining index at 1%. The value of construction work done in 2018 stood at 145.5 billion ringgit, a growth of 5.1% versus 138.5 billion ringgit in the previous year. According to Chief Statistician Malaysia, Datuk Seri Muhammad Uzair Mahidin, for the fourth quarter of 2018, the value recorded a moderate growth of 4.1% year-on-year at 36.5 billion ringgit. In a statement today, Datuk Seri Muhammad Uzair said the expansion in value of construction work done was driven by the positive growth in the civil engineering, special trades activities and non-residential buildings subsectors. However, he said the residential buildings subsector declined to 9.2%. For the first quarter in 2018, the civil engineering subsector continued to dominate the performance of construction work done with a 42.6% share, followed by non-residential buildings 28.4%, residential buildings 24.2%, and special trades activities 4.8%. The private sector continued to propel the construction activity with a 56.2% share at 20.5 billion ringgit as compared to the public sector at 43.8% or 16 billion ringgit. The ringgit continued its upward momentum today against the greenback due to the weakening of the dollar. This is due to concern arising in the United States over a second government shutdown and the ongoing US-China trade tension. Analysts said worry over a second government shutdown rose after negotiations in the Congress over funding for a security wall in the US-Mexico border hit a snag. On the prolonged trade tension between Washington and Beijing, another analyst said investors are now eyeing the emerging markets as US and China will be heading for another trade discussion. That wraps up Bizworld this time around. I'm Nakia Basharuddin. Thank you for investing your time with us.